€150 F1.2 50mm APS-C lens from TT Artisans, completely made out of metal, completely manual. Even the front element is made out of metal. It's a completely nice, it's the cheapest lens I could find on Amazon. I tested this on my Lumix S1H and this is how it looks like. I mean, would you even purchase a lens that fits in the side of your chest pocket and is small like this? It is ultra tiny, and can you work with this lens? Can you make the picture even look somehow good? I think yes, you can. This little lens, it is astonishing. I think the image quality is not as good as expensive lenses. I get it. I get it 100%. You can not autofocus with this lens. It looks fairly good. It looks not cheap, would I say. But can you work with it in a professional world? Yes. When you have some clients which want to have a specific look, you can work with this lens. I think even for low light situations is this lens suited very cool. Of course, the focus throw is only like 110 degrees. I measured it. You cannot focus ultra good with this lens. You need some skills in your focus hand. The lens element itself, it's fairly small, but you can see it has a giant hole in it. It looks amazing, and when you close the aperture, it has these nice little click sounds, and the little hole closes, and that's a nice big gaping hole. And yes, would you purchase this lens? I would be interested if you would purchase such a cheap lens. I didn't use it in a professional environment yet, I just tested it, but hey, I thought I just purchased this little cheap lens. And of course, it's on the edges, super soft, it's sharp in the center. I think on F1.2 is it not so ultra sharp, not even in the center. It's a little bit sharp. I think it's good for portraits, for people when you have some nice little portraits. Portraits shouldn't even be that sharp. When a lens has ultra sharp micro contrast, etc., that even doesn't look good on portraits. I think when you photograph some girls with it, they even like it when the picture is a little bit softer, or even some guys like it when the skin is a little bit softer, etc. With this lens you can achieve this 100%. What I like about this little cheap lens is that this little company TT Artisan made the effort to produce an ultra cheap lens which actually is usable. I mean, come on, when you are a hobbyist or when you want to have some fun with the lens, what do you really need in a lens? You can purchase an expensive, over €2,000 50mm F1.4 lens from Lumix. I would like to have this lens. It's especially a nice 50mm lens. It's more professional, it's sharp till the edges, no chromatic aberration whatsoever. But this lens gives you a little bit to play with. It has some limitations, and limitations provoke creativity. What have you done in your past? As you had maybe your first little camera, you could only film in 1080p and maybe only in 30 FPS. You had no slow motion, you had no 10-bit, no nothing, and you didn't know how to color grade. And it was a fun time. And this lens reminds me of the past, of a fun time where I had a lot of limitations but a lot of fun. Because I think when you have some limitations, like in vintage lenses, for instance, I like to work with vintage lenses recently a lot. Yes, you have some fun with small little lenses that have not the best image quality, but you try to make it a good image, and that's fun. That's fun along the way to create something unique. Who should buy this little lens? I think you can buy this little lens on any stage on your career. If you are a beginner and if you want to experience some really shallow depth of field with maybe not the best image quality, chromatic aberrations as crazy, but you want to have a lot of fun, then hey, go for this lens. I bet you can make some really interesting portraits with this lens, and you can even work a little bit with this lens. And even when you are a professional, when you work in a professional field, you can also use this lens on some occasions. I think I will try to sneak it in my projects. I will film with this lens or some professional projects. I will not tell the client, well, I use this 140 euro lens on your 5,000 euro video, I don't know, but I will try to sneak it in. That's always fun to see if clients can see if that's a whole other story. Sometimes clients don't even see the difference between full HD and 4K. You can film sometimes for professional clients in full HD or 720p even. I mean, my camera has not even the option to film in 720p, but full HD, as long as you know how to grade footage, as long as you know how to expose, and if you can film in some good codec, etc., clients will like your video. Believe me this, and you save some storage. But enough of that. I will sneak this lens into to some projects, and let me know if you purchase this lens. Show me some footage with it, and I would like to know if you would like to purchase this lens. So, how is business going? Well, I just had a call with my tax lady, with the person that managed my taxes, and this year is actually pretty good. As I mentioned in previous video, I just become a dad, and we're looking for a nice 5-room apartment in Berlin, which is basically an impossible task, but we wrote some companies that maybe have a flat for us, and we even visited one, and now I have to tell them how much my income is. They want to see if I'm debt-free and if my girlfriend is also debt-free, how much her income is. Finding a flat in Berlin, Germany is it's basically ultra crazy impossible. The prices are so high. You pay like we saw a flat with 4 rooms, like for 2,500 euro cold, and warm even more, and you pay sometimes for 2 rooms, a flat with 2 rooms, like 1,500 euro. That's completely crazy. And we find something, a new built house, completely new, everything, 4 rooms for like 1,700 warm, which is pretty cool, I think, and I hope we can manage to find to get this place. Yeah, in terms of business, I had some cool, interesting projects. I just worked on some crypto video event project that's completely insane. People buying cryptos, that's insane. I don't have any cryptos, I'm not into that whatsoever, but I was on an event, people were like crazy about cryptos and a new coin and some Bitcoin and etc. Yeah, work is good, but I think I could handle more work, at least 3 times more work. I want to have more work because last year in April I was still employee at McFit. I had a little part-time job at McFit, and I had 20 hours on McFit time and some then free time and time to work on my own projects. And I have because now this feeling, because I don't have this McFit job anymore, that I could handle 3 times more work because I have so much more free time, and that is a little bit annoying. I even had one video now which runs as a video commercial. My little German video, was ich mache in 60 Sekunden, what I do in 60 seconds, that runs as a little ad on YouTube that gives me a couple of 100 clicks every day, that this video gets maybe promoted, and I find some new clients this way. And I pay Google Ads about 250-ish euros every month for advertising. People find through this advertising also my website. You can also visit my website if you want. Please not via the Google ad, because I have to pay. You can also visit my website. I link it maybe sometimes down in the description if you want to see my website. I do it by myself. I completely do this website on my own with WordPress. Yes. Yeah, I'm not a pro in WordPress, but that's what I do. Actually, was it a plan to shoot this video in 6K only with the Lumix S1H, but as I mentioned, it's an APS-C lens, and that was not so clear visible on Amazon. I was a little bit surprised that I saw, okay, APS-C, well, then it's an APS-C lens now, and the Lumix S1H can only record 6K in full frame. That's why I cannot shoot this lens in full 6K, but whatsoever. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more about my stuff, my videography work. If you have some comments, if you have some questions, write it down in the comments. And yes, if you want to subscribe to this German filmmaker who never makes a script on the videos and only does maybe one take, then see you in the next video.